Okay, good morning everyone. Now almost 3,000 years ago, on this planet, a prince, Siddhartha, which we know some of his life stories. So today is the day when he's born, and today is the day he got fully enlightened. Also today is the day he passes away. So on this special occasion, now we celebrate his birthday. He's fully enlightened, and then we bow to him, to have him. Many of the people, most of us come to bless you. Many of us come into this world. We are born, we bring lots of suffering to yourself and to others, and then we die. That's our story. But that prince, he is born as us. He died as the people who was already dead in this world. But between this, the born and the dead, he gives a huge teaching. Such a great teaching that still many masters, the countless masters, they got realizations. Time to time in this degeneration time, we can still have many teachers, many great examples who are doing amazing practices. So now, if we really wanted to say thank you for the Buddha, he does not need any kind of ordinary gifts from us. He wants what he really wished. As a parents, they want children not to suffer. And then he has given all this advice, teachings. So now, even we couldn't apply this antidote or the teaching, but at least we have to say thank you for his motivation or his quite a huge effort that he has put in. And then he didn't apply for himself only. When he got this realization, he was, from the day one when he got the realization, he was really into giving this to each and every being on this planet and the other planets too. So that is, we say, through the control or under the sway of this great compassion, he cannot hold it for himself. But many of us, we found something amazing. We buy something, then we really wanted to hide from many people. So expensive, so precious. But for him, why he put all this effort, maybe many of you have seen the picture of Buddha meditating, and then he become almost skeleton. Why? He did that not for only himself. He did that for us. The reason is very simple. Because through his teaching, the morning when we start the prayers, when we say Sanje Chodon, Soji Chodon, Changju Pardo, Dami Dagi Chang Soji, so Rola Penji Sanje Dubush, I take refuge in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha and the Supreme Assembly. then karsa. How does that go in English?
The accumulations I collect through practicing and giving and the other perfections, may I attain the state of a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient.
That's what Buddha has done. So we are repeating after him. So now, on this auspicious day, if we wanted to say thank you to him, and what kind of gift, the best gift, as normally His Holiness Dalai Lama says, many people say happy birthday to me, but I never have a wish to celebrate birthday. But if you really wanted to give me a gift, then please practice bodhicitta in emptiness. That's what I need. Same as Buddha wants that from us. But then somehow, through our limited mind, not having enough time for Dhamma, not knowing the preciousness of this teaching, so we kind of stayed a little far away from this teaching. But now, at least we could really feel there's something in this teaching if we never forget which I told you to highlight this. I don't want to tormented by this thirst, and saying I don't want to suffer anymore. I don't want to suffer anymore. If you have that kind of a strong, why you have this mind is which held by this kind of mind. Every time you held this with you, and then of course to search for the antidote is automatically there. And then this teaching how to overcome suffering, and then not only we complain about the manifest suffering, but then also we time to time now, if our mind or knowledge grow a bit, then we say, I really don't want my life is controlled by the negative emotions and karma. If you come to that kind of stage, then the next step, then you wanted to feel like how much I try to control, but still I feel like there is a seed, there is some kind of a still influence is there. Chazanga dijilana shigevi tsikirwa umanaviwa lula luang jishindu timu una never to seven nashin and lugi umbus labdu and chazang chabdiwa dinashin decha shedam ta kondro and chato drensem tang ranzo lumaji visuni 용조 비자와 되나로라 가리요레 세도 전에 디모 다도 좀 당선이 요레스.
So just as Arya Deva says in his 300 verses, the 400 verses, that just as the body sense power pervades all the other sense powers, also ignorance pervades all of the rest. And so, just as the body sense power is the one that is pervasive of the whole body, so then it pervades all the other sense organs, like the sense powers of the eyes, sense power, and so forth. Likewise, the ignorance, the obscuring ignorance, pervades all of the afflictions such as attachment and anger, pride and jealousy and competitiveness. All of the afflicted states of mind that bring us unhappiness, that disturb our peace of mind, the one that pervades all of them is the ignorance that misperceives the self, that grasps at the self.
So unless you cannot have the final battle with this mastermind, enemy of ours, which is the ignorance mind, then Buddha is not pleased. So for that reason, I tell you one story. This is very touching. When my teacher gave this, the story of the Buddha, and then he himself cried, I cried, and some of the students, we all cried together. The story goes like this. So at the time of Buddha, one of the students of the Buddha, who's an arhat, so powerful, he can display any sort of magics, perform any kind of magics. So when he was going for begging alms, then in one village, there are a bunch of people who are criticizing Buddha, saying he's very, he could, now he cannot do as a prince, he cannot become a king, and as a monk now his teachings are useless, or so many things. And then the student of Buddha, he felt not through anger, but then he felt like, oh my goodness, they have eyes but they cannot see, they have ears they cannot hear well. The teachings, the compassionate Buddha, how much he is compassionate towards these people, but they really don't understand that. So I should do something to tell how they have an image of Buddha. It's not the same they are thinking. So then just giving a teaching that will bring all lots of debate. So he start doing some kind of magics and powerful things. So he did like a shortcut. So he performed some magics and so on, and then the whole village community grew huge faith towards this arhat. And then they found that he is a student of Buddha, then they praise Buddha. Like in India we say Jeho. So with this now support, this kind of the whole village was coming to seek the blessing from Buddha. So then Buddha was in the ashram doing the meditation, and then he heard some noise from far away, and then Buddha asked one of his students, what's happening out there? And then his student said, this monk went there and then he did this because of that and that. And the Buddha was not pleased. With a very long face, then Buddha said, now degeneration of my teaching has come. So now on, people will never try to look for what we went through. They never will try to feel what is the really suffering, how to get out of that kind of suffering. They will, in my teaching, they will never go through this kind of research anymore. Now they will look through some kind of performances, some kind of magic, some kind of healing, some kind of temporary happiness. So now my all effort I have, how it is going to generate. That was Buddha's message. So now, on this occasion, this day, if we really wanted to give a great present, gift to Buddha, then we have to feel to become a Buddhist or not, that's up to you. But to investigate how really Buddha wants you to investigate, that is in your hand. So if you do that, and then after this day, quite a research, and then you feel like this teaching is so great, I cannot do it, no regrets. So, most wonderful thing is how this teaching really matters. Because why did Buddha has to teach something differently from other religion? There could be some kind of a reason behind it. Especially when in Buddhism, where as now Anila has quoted from these 400 stanzas by Aryadeva, saying that karma or the inflections, all are influenced, and all the karma, all the negative emotions, you name it, all are, if you look very carefully, that is
concordant with or together
with this ignorance mind, for sure. So unless you cannot go deeper level into to search this, how that really is some troublemaker. And then to become a Buddhist, to become saying I'm a follower of Buddha, that becomes useless. So whole that effort that Buddha has put in is for that reason. So that's why selflessness and then emptiness business becomes hugely important for the Buddhism. So please keep this in mind, because today is a very special day. So you have to feel like that, study like that, and then after that, if you wanted to wish to go along that path or not, that's in your hand. Nobody is pushing you to do that. But after this, if you wanted to research about Buddhism, until this door you need to reach. Well, also, so now we go through the text. 탄디 도체 탐체야 토모 충분히 쉬워는데 다디 나로네 계시슈지기 디나무세티 쇼라니 이제 쭉지기 드니 원의 집에 지니 숨쉬나 또 든지 원의 집에 든바들라 디남사 제공 이양 공주 김이과 대달래 신비 이게 미기 로마된 강라양 미당월 셈미발라 거가서 가 니무당 징외원도 양 미당월 셰바체를 쓸신 다음에 안에 정착수 검대 제가 어떻게 내가 체치르샤 그래서
Though these are the analytical meditations, there you go. Yeah. Though these are analytical meditations, you should nonetheless arrest excitement and so forth with regard to your mental object, not taking up any object, virtuous, non-virtuous, or ethically neutral, other than that which you are meditating upon. Without letting your mind fall under the influence of sleep, lethargy, or laxity, meditate continually in a state of consciousness that is very clear and pure.
So now, dinam jegomiyans, dinam siduzembe ranzogi, tatandangyan shebe, tat dorduni shebe na, ani kowajidan cherag dunye du samdeyati. Kowajidan cherag dunye gandu samlodang deyati, ani samlodang du deyati jegom res. Jegom rede, jegom anzo jegom kalaya, jogom ki namsha tapso, ani sem lolo shasa, ani sem tempo tangosa, selcha yueba, marcha yueba, necha tempo degoa, tata tamche miguel yueba nashi, dilayang la res.
Okay, so where it says, though these are analytical meditations, so these analytical meditations, what are we talking about? The meditating on the general and specific types of suffering that are found in cyclic existence, in samsara. So meditating on the general and specific suffering of samsara is considered an analytical meditation. However, just like when we have the single-pointed meditation, the placement meditation, where the mind is resting, focused upon its object in a stable way, and seeing its object in a clear way, with good focus, and the object is stable for that meditation. Just like that type of meditation, the placement meditation, we also need to apply that kind of quality to the analytical meditation too.
제상아 단다 딱 셈디 개와다 민개와다 동마된다 근데 강줄로 봐 마케버치 미버디 아니 개와스도 소소 단다 믹스기 시지요 봐 믹스기 시디가 샤고레스도 믹스기 시디 동에 친이버 개마요체 초와 동에 소리 개마요체 대나로를 빼는 초와 동에데 컨테스 계속 유 컨테스 때는 연구도 유 디데지 용서는 저거 디데지베데 디 춘이를 샤세 디데지가 상로하는 샤제 이니시네 미국은 주체요야를 마도 양 초와 동에 시체지 당가 가상 기부 중마송 케니가 기부 중마송세 기부마 중인데 미국을 세주메레스
So neither being virtuous or non-virtuous or neutral, like the mind itself, rather, so not like generating the mind in a suffering feeling, but rather taking the suffering feeling or taking suffering as the object of the meditation, and then looking at that suffering and analysing how is that suffering, and what's the nature of that suffering, how does that exist, and contemplating that. So it's not like you make your mind in a suffering, in a definitive suffering state. It's not like you remember, oh, yesterday I was really upset about this, and then you start to feel unhappy, and then think about it. It's not like that. Rather, you take the suffering feeling as your object, so your mind isn't suffering, but you're placing that as your object, and then analysing the nature of that suffering, and coming to the conclusion, like, what is its nature, and then thinking, it's like that.
The reason why, if you start focusing with really the feeling which is the suffering itself, the manifest suffering, then you cannot meditate on that for long. It will freak you away. That's not the point. The point is you have to make this why I'm suffering? Because the cause is there. If the cause is there, this kind of result will be endless. There will be repeating again and again, for sure. So this is the nature of the suffering. Once the cause is there, the result will be there. This is the reality of this kind of suffering. Then put a dot on that. Put dot on that, and then just look at this. you are so brave enough to look into this. So you're not touching to the fire. You are looking into the fire itself, like, if I touch it, I'm going to burn. So that is the object here. So then because you are now getting some new idea, better understanding, so then your mind becomes confident, more joy, and more you wanted to stay focused. So shamatha meditation, why some meditators can stay very long on their focus on their object? One simple answer is they are really enjoying it so much. If they are not really enjoying, they would be full distracted. Because distraction is an enjoyment for us. For them, because they are enjoying in that meditation state, so joy should be there. So that level of the confidence, more you feel like so great, this is something important, that sounds so great, so inspiring, then you just say, your mind, if I have this understanding, I will be much stronger. And so then meditation matters. Then wish I can have this kind of state of mind every time. So then you want to get familiarized with that. That's called meditation. It's not like you stay in the focus for a few times and then no distraction, and then no distraction, and then just thinking about nothing. It's a bit hard. Just thinking nothing. The mind has to think on something. It's like a river, it has to flow. So we need to stay focused, we need to stay on one thing. That's why before going into the meditation, when this object of the meditation, you can see so much of the quality of that. And then in case of Guru devotion, whenever you see the qualities of your Guru, and then when you feel like you're so connected, wish, just thinking, just hearing the name of your Guru, if that gives you some kind of relief. It happens. Because if you really know the kindness of that particular person, and it gives you so much relief. You can learn that from children. When they encounter some kind of dangerous moment, right? And they will scream, they will say, "Mom!" Even that mom has no ability to save you from that situation, they automatically will say this. Because they know from the beginning that they are so relied on mother. Mother is always there to save you. So that's why this mantra called Mother, Mom, just comes out. Similarly, when in this kind of situation, when you are now really moved, you have strong anger busting out, or then you are having strong attachment issues. And once the beauty is that you see this is a problem, and then you will always think of your Guru, because he is the one he is giving you this teaching on. So we always pray. When you look at the prayers that this morning we've been doing, we have each in the Guru, this has a quality, you have this quality, you have this quality, this quality. That becomes so personal for you now. This is why now when this state of mind, which in this book, before Lama Tsongkhapa talked a bit analytical meditation and focused meditation on the Guru devotion, but here, in this now the part where he's teaching you, because this is one of the most important part to meditate on. When you see the suffering, and then you can see the suffering, and then you wanted to get out from suffering, that one time is not good enough. You need to build this habit of, yes, I'm suffering. If this is there, I will always suffer. If this is there, I will always suffer. If this is there, I will always suffer. So unless I cannot do something from there, and I will always suffer. And then meditating on that. It's not like I'm suffering. If it is there, then I will suffer. That's two different things, isn't it? So this is why here analytical meditation becomes huge important. That's why Lama Tsongkhapa is giving you these tips. Mikbala goba sodans. Ta mikbala ya goba sedu tembe ani manjo jigin naming juwa. Quanta goba sedi laxity sedi be. Very restricted.
So without letting your mind fall under the influence of sleep, lethargy or laxity.
Laxity.
Meditate continuing in the state of consciousness, it's very clear.
The laxity, what are the other color? The
laxity and excitement.
Excitement. Right.
Laxity and excitement in the doctor.
The excitement and the laxity is okay. Laxity. So laxity is it?
Laxity, dullness.
Dullness. Oh, many people say dullness. Dullness. Which is better English?
Dullness and laxity.
Oh, it's dullness.
So we usually say dullness, laxity means the same. We don't usually use that word so much.
Okay, dullness. Dullness means di chungwa sed men ro ni goba ni yor ba goba sed excitement distraction the goba okay not the laxity but the other kodo declaration. Go me do it. Didn't it? Above. Little bit above?
Second line. Oh yeah.
Although.
Yeah. Nonetheless, use arrest, excitement, and so.
Nonetheless, arrest. Arrest, to catch.
No, usually use, but here it's like.
Okay.
Put a stop.
Freeze.
Freeze.
Arrest, excitement. This one, excitement or the distractions. We should keep this in mind. It's powerful. When you try to meditate, then if there is a distraction coming up, then you don't call distraction is coming. You have to tell, now the attachment is coming up very strongly. That's much stronger. It's very good Because when you stay focused on something very important, any kind of project, you're studying and everything, and once this distraction comes, it's an obstacle for you now. And that comes, if you look, wherever normally you have a strong attachment towards that, this will pop up to you. It will come to you. That time you need to say, oh, I have a strong attachment. It just goes away. That's very powerful practice. So you just say distraction, then it's sometimes like, yeah, it is distracting me. But if you say the strong attachment is coming, then it is quite, you would say, I don't want a strong attachment towards it. So normally when we try to meditate, one of my friend always joke, and he says, whenever he cannot remember something, then he goes to meditation. So all the whatever things that he couldn't remember, he remembers during the meditation. So that's why. More the stronger attachment you have built on something, that really comes on that time when you wanted to stay focused. So that's why you have to say the attachment is coming. Da nimu do jingwe wang du yang mi dang war. Xieber sel xing dang be ngane dekcha su kom des. Ta yu li ya necha tempo su ya dang necha yoba zama se selcha gu yo re. Selcha yu na marcha yu yo re. Marcha. Mar simbi mar yo. Simbi marcha yung du zambe 아니 디 용발라 엔 예바도 디기 마르기 랑기 미유 베타 미바 카데지가 샤이네 미바 딜 디가가 미바 유디기 체주 유네 강 마마지 상로 담베나 아니랑 신기양 디기 가서를 내차당 셀차도 용야라 니가 쇼치 버렸어.
So, without letting your mind fall under the influence of sleep, lethargy or laxity, meditate continuing in a state of consciousness that is very clear and pure. So the way to meditate to keep laxity or dullness at bay is it's not only that we need to stay stably on our object, to remain stable on the object, we also need to have a strong focus in our meditation. And the way to bring this focus to be very powerful is to reflect again and again on the attributes and qualities of the object that you're meditating on. So as much as we reflect on the attributes and qualities of the object that we're meditating on, then our stability on the object and focus on the object will become very powerful. The stability and focus will become very powerful.
So this part of meditation, sometimes we need to get an example from attachment, because attachment is one of the most we already familiarize so well, and it acts like the meditation itself. So if you look at attachment, if you don't see the benefit, if you don't see some kind of great benefits from that side, there won't be any attachment. More you have this exaggeration, which you think not exaggeration, it's like, wow, it's so good, great, then you just make it huge. It's like this. That's like you're beautiful. And in the attachment part, like, wow, it goes so big, like so greatly. You are the only one. We go all this, no? So strongly when you locked into this kind of feeling. And now meditation is very strong. I did a research on one of my friend. My research read. I didn't get a what's that? Guinea pig. I didn't get a guinea pig. I found my friend. So what happened was, long time he has a wish to buy an iPhone. So then he bought his iPhone, and then he was so really enthusiastic now. And then at night he was sleeping on that bed, and then I noticed he's falling asleep with the phone. He has a phone in his hand, watching something, and then he's falling. Then I felt like this will be so good if I can record. So I was waiting for him to let the phone fell off on the ground, and then seeing the reaction of him. I really wanted to see that. So I waited. My phone was on, and then I recording, and he was doing like this and that and that. For almost an hour, he didn't drop his phone. So I gave up. Why he's not letting go of this phone? Because through the attachment that he has already locked in his mind there, I might drop it. This is so precious, so it holds like this. So it's locked. So he failed me. So what we can learn from this as the meditation, this attachment. From that now, once you see so much quality and you get some kind of strong, positive qualities, that really it takes your focus to that. Then once some kind of a distraction comes, not the distraction, but the jimala, laxity, the laxity of dullness comes. Now you have to boost it up, then seeing the qualities. That's how you have to say it aloud. Sometimes you have to bring them in the melody. All these are techniques. So this is where sometimes we call rituals are very important. I will answer after, okay? So this is necessary as a meditation. So where Lama Tsongkhapa is giving you this tip, okay? Oh, dice, tatine ma alsun droche. Chenchu ne se, dejo tani kato su yurin te wa she, yi shendu yinwe gejo tamji drigu chungwa son chir tang, tegwa chenpo la tegwa gomba dole jang, rigi gu namrang di jang, de dara chenchu samba namji tegwa chenpo la tegwa chenpo li jungwa, kangan jingya rong te tamje ne namba mingbi semji tenang chue yang dabar somba li jungwe riyu, para chao she sungbi chiru usi. Chumden digi kare sungbu dusu na, tegwa chenpo la ya ndeba yu nyen dusu ki, tegwa chenpo chue ji chegar dena, yani deda tamje ne nambar mingbi semji tenang chue ni cheche, tenang chue se ki tenang di kare islam na, yani jehom de sungbu dusu. 제공될 정도로 단도 녹치더라고만 지금 지금 저거도 월도 텔라 넘버 미인 비셈니 개베 미고를 신도 미인 바이나 되나 쉬니 되나 치디 양 다퍼 삼바니 소소토비 르이 제징 셈바오스 디니 윤딘지 최주와 탐제를 니 디니 소르다 고버 된도스 되나 되고서 윤딘 두바 탐제라 셈기베 미고 텔레신도 미인 버네베 세직비 신이 무엇은 대지된 것이다. 교미벌로 수수를 주베 지다와다 진이버지베 하동도 무엇은 되는 지된 것이 이 그걸 송소서에도 뒤직 된다 했더니
And the quote from Shantideva's engaging in the Bodhisattva deeds says, "There will be little result from any virtuous practice if the mind is distracted. The one who knows reality has said that prayers, austerities and such, even if practiced for a long time, are pointless if done with a distracted mind." Also, the Sutra of Cultivating Faith in the Mahayana says, "O child of a good family, from this enumeration you should know that faith in the Mahayana of the Bodhisattvas and all that emerges out of the Mahayana comes from properly contemplating the meaning and the teaching with a mind that is not distracted." Here, a mind that is not distracted means a mind that does not wander to objects that are other than the virtuous objects of meditation. The meaning and the teaching refers to the meaning and the words. And so here is talking about the analytical meditation with respect to analytical meditation. The meaning and the teaching refers to the meaning and the words, and properly contemplating means analysing and reflecting with discernment. Okay, so it's referring to the analytical meditation. This shows that any achievement of a virtuous quality requires both undistracted focus and analytical discernment. Therefore, the Buddha says that any achievement of a virtuous quality in the three vehicles requires a state of mind that is both an actual meditative serenity or a similitude of it, which rests one point or a similitude of it, which rests one pointedly on its virtuous object of meditation without wandering from it, and an actual insight or a similitude of it, which carefully analyzes the object of meditation and distinguishes both the real nature and the diversity of phenomena.
So now we have to, whoever who says that I like a single-pointed meditation, then you need to see when we say in what are the requirements to have the single-point meditation, how much stronger analytical meditation do you have? Because the analytical meditation and the single-pointed meditation is cause and effect. More you have a better analytical meditation, and then when the person wanted to bring that in a focus meditation, goes very smoothly. But if you don't have a strong analytical meditation, then person start to meditate. He might be thinking that he is meditating for a few minutes, like 15-20 minutes, but then there will be like a pain, back pain, butt pain, whatever. Then you will feel like, okay, now our time is still 10 minutes only. So this will come up. So that we need to be this reason that Lama Tsongkhapa gave is very beautiful. It's already in the beginning of this text. He said, in this period of time, many people are so into deep meditation, which is the focus meditation, but they will never pay attention to analytical meditation, which is a very wrong way. In a simple language, he said, well, if for how much we are familiarized already with anger, but without information, if I ask you to become angry, you cannot become angry. Why? The lack of information. If there's a lack of the information is lacked, then there's no way to bring how much you said, I'm familiarized, I'm so used to the anger, you cannot bring it up. So similarly, analytical meditation is to collect all the information. And then, because then you won't have much of the laxity, and then you have a confidence, then you wanted to sit down. Like it's more like you have put your email address and password and everything on a Netflix, and then you just go like, okay, now I'm ready. But without that, how much you say, I wanted to meditate, without the information, how are you going to do this? So just a few information is not good enough. As an anger, when we say like, it's not only one time, it's not the second time. He did this in front of and then he told one of my best friend, how much I did good things to him, and all colleagues together, and then maybe one day you just accidentally bumped his shoulder, and then you just like, show some respect, man, and you just become so angry, right? Then you cannot say like, sorry, he would, even he says sorry, then you will take it too personal. That's how our anger just suits up for us. But this is why. So Lama Tsongkhapa is trying to give up. Every time when he is going to talk about meditation, he's there to remind us on that. So this one is quite helpful to me. Very helpful to me. How do you translate jitunba? Similitude. Similitude. Okay, so now we stop here. So then we continue with Dume Gesaba, meditating, or we go through the 8 different types of suffering event. Okay. So,